The movie begins with Tyler, a 17-year-old high schooler. Tyler is living his dream life. He lives by the California beaches and has a girlfriend named Allison, whom he loves very much. He also has a job bussing tables at a restaurant. Allison moved to their town 6 months ago, and Tyler instantly fell in love with her. It is the last week of summer vacation before school reopens. Tyler walks back home with his little sister, Tiffany. When Tiffany asks what they are having for dinner that night, he is unsure. He goes home and opens the fridge, stocked with stale food and frozen unhealthy meals. Tyler makes scrambled eggs for the two of them. When their mother gets home, Tyler leaves. Afterwards, Tyler and his best friend Gil wait for Allison outside her house in his car. They're going to a party. The trio arrive at the party and are greeted by their other friend, Lydia. After some time, a guy approaches Allison and hugs her, laughing and surprised to see her. Allison, on the other hand, is a little rattled to see him there. His name is Chase, and he knew Allison back when she used to live in San Francisco. When Tyler sees this, he goes over and asks if everything is alright, and Allison says yes. She briefly introduces the two guys and then rushes Tyler out of there. When Allison and Tyler are alone, he asks her who that guy was. Allison brushes the topic off and asks him to grab her a Diet Coke. While getting her drink, Chase comes over to him and strikes up a conversation about Allison and how she changed. Tyler has no clue about Allison's past. Chase tells him that Allison used to be a wild party girl and that they slept together. This instantly angers Tyler and storms away from Chase. He goes to the bathroom to give himself some time to calm down. While he stands waiting in line, he notices a girl in front of him. The girl introduces herself as Holly. Soon after, Allison finds him sitting alone in the living room. He is down and a little drunk. Tyler feels betrayed that Allison slept with that guy but would not do the same with him. The two get into an argument and Allison tells Tyler that they are done. The two break up and Tyler leaves. Tyler finds Holly outside sitting in a car. Tyler tells her he just got dumped. Holly invites him to come with her, and the two end up at a nightclub. Holly gives Tyler a substance, which he takes, and the two dance, getting more intimate. Tyler wakes up the next morning in a stranger's home. He finds Holly in the living room. She is sitting on the floor and looking at pictures that she took. Tyler sits down next to her and asks her where he is. Holly tells him that she has been house-sitting the place all summer and is still amazed by how gigantic it is. The two spend the entire weekend together in that big house. Holly tells him about her stepmother, who does not care about Holly at all. He then tells her about his family and how his dad is absent and his mother works a lot. He never took Allison to meet his family because he did not think Allison would understand it. She comes from a different world altogether. When it is late into the night, Tyler decides it is time for him to get back home. He tells her that this night was special to him. When Tyler gets home, he sees a bunch of texts in his phone, and one is from Allison. Tyler texts her back apologizing and that he will call her in the morning. The next morning, Tyler is outside Allison's home. Allison comes out and she is not angry anymore. Allison confesses to him about her past. Back in San Francisco, Allison was not an innocent, saintly girl. She used to party a lot and sleep around. She tells him that her parents moved her to a new city so that she can mend her ways, and she did. Allison tells him that the reason why she has not gotten intimate with him yet is that she wanted to make sure it was real. She has never been with someone she loves before. The two make up, getting back together. They promise each other to not keep any secrets anymore. Tyler agrees, but he still hides his indiscretions from the night before. Back at school after summer vacation, Tyler and Allison meet up with their friends before class. Before leaving, Tyler and Allison kiss. That is when he spots Holly at his school. He is shocked to see her. While in class, Tyler sees Holly enter. She sits next to him. He asks her what she is doing at their school. Holly lets him know that her stepmother decided to move to the city permanently. Now Holly will go to school here. She tells him that she noticed he got back together with his girlfriend, but promises to keep their secret. After class, Tyler is sitting in the cafeteria, and soon his friends show up. Gil brings Holly to their table and introduces her to his friends. Tyler gets nervous when he sees Holly there. Allison invites her to hang out with them on the weekend. After everyone leaves, Tyler texts Holly to meet him by the secluded stairs. When Tyler gets there, Holly is already waiting for him. She gets excited to see him and tries to kiss him. Tyler stops her, saying they cannot keep doing this. Holly tells him he is going to be sorry for this and runs away. The next day at school, Allison brings Holly to the restaurant where Tyler works. She shows Allison the Polaroid picture she took. When Tyler comes around to their table, Allison is looking at a picture of a shirtless guy. His face is not shown in the photo, but Tyler recognizes it as himself. The three of them decide to go to the beach where Gil is. Holly tells Allison about how she met that guy in the picture. She doesn't reveal his name. Holly ends up kissing Gil to mess with Tyler. Tyler and Gil drop off the girls at Allison's for a girls' hangout. Tyler then drops Gil home, but before he can leave, Tyler stops him to confide in Gil about him and Holly. Tyler wants to come clean with Allison, but Gil advises him against it. Holly and Allison decide to have a sleepover, but Tyler keeps texting Allison to know if Holly left. Lydia thinks something is off with Holly. Allison tells Lydia to give Holly a chance since she just moved into the city. The girls are unaware that Holly heard their entire conversation. At lunch, Holly brings 3 cups of smoothies and sits down next to them. Suddenly, Lydia, who was drinking her smoothie, gets a seizure and falls unconscious. Tyler sees Holly just sitting, unaffected, and is suspicious of her. Allison leaves with Lydia for the hospital. Tyler cannot sleep at night. He types and erases texts about Holly being dangerous. He thinks that Holly had something to do with Lydia's attack. When he finally falls asleep, Tyler dreams of Holly stabbing him with a knife. Holly gets home, the same place that she claimed to house sit earlier, and finds that her stepmother, Corinne, is back. Corinne is upset that Holly missed her therapy appointments. She has also been off her medications. Alone in her room, Holly burns incense and candles around a collection of Tyler's photographs. She is obsessed with him. Tyler is sitting with Gil when Gil tells him that Holly has not been in contact with him for days. Just then, Gil spots Holly talking to Allison on the upper floor of the school. Tyler goes to see what the matter is. He finds Allison halfway there, who tells him that Holly is pregnant. Tyler is shocked and cannot believe it. Allison and Holly hang out together at Holly's house. They are sunbathing by the swimming pool when Holly gets a text from Tyler. He wants to talk to her. Holly ignores it, and later that day, Tyler is in his room when he hears someone talking to his sister. He walks out only to find Holly there. Tiffany likes Holly, and she doesn't want her to leave, but he doesn't want Holly to stay any longer. Once Tiffany is out of sight, Tyler drags Holly out of his house. She yells at him about getting her pregnant and then ignoring her. Tyler says he is only 17 and cannot support a child at this stage of his life, but tells him that he does not have to support her. It will be good as long as they are together. When Tyler turns to leave, Holly tries to pull his arm, but Tyler shrugs her away, causing her to fall to the ground and hurt her lip. Holly is angry. She goes to Allison's house and tells her what happened. She even goes as far as to add injuries to her palms, just to show Allison what that guy did to her when she went to confront him. Then Holly comes clean to Allison about the guy who got her pregnant. Tyler goes to visit Lydia in the hospital. Lydia tells him that she has always gotten the same smoothies with Allison, but the only time Holly got them instead, Lydia had an allergic reaction. That does not seem like a coincidence to her. Tyler comes clean to Lydia about him and Holly the night of the party. Lydia is disappointed, but asks him to tell Allison about it, and Tyler agrees. He texts her to meet him at the beach. When Allison gets there, Tyler comes clean to her, but Allison already knows about it. Allison is hurt and feels betrayed. She tells Tyler to never contact her again. Tyler drives home in a rage. He receives countless texts from Holly. She wants them to be together now that Allison is out of their way. But Tyler says no. He ignores Holly's messages and calls, which makes her impatient and angry. The next morning, Tyler is in class when the principal asks Tyler to come out. She informs him that he is being suspended indefinitely for an assault against a student. A student named Elizabeth Holly Viola has filed a police report against him. When Tyler gets home, he searches for Elizabeth Holly Viola on the internet. He finds several links related to her that tell him she had done the same thing she's doing now to another teenage couple. Suddenly, Holly messages him. Tyler replies to her that he knows her real identity, but that doesn't faze Holly. Allison's parents are not home, and she is alone. Suddenly, Allison hears a voice inside her house. She smells something and runs to the kitchen to find that the stove has been turned on. A glass breaks and Allison gets startled. She cannot figure out what is happening. She slowly walks past the broken glass, but Holly grabs her from behind and knocks her unconscious. When Tyler receives a message from Holly with a picture of an unconscious Allison, He panics and rushes to Holly's house. He calls Gil and asks him to meet him there. When Allison regains consciousness, she finds herself tied to a chair with duct tape. Holly makes fun of her for believing everything she told her, even about the pregnancy, which was a lie. Allison is scared, but she tries to reason with Holly to let her go, saying she won't tell anyone. But Holly says it is too late. A car enters her driveway. Thinking it is Tyler, Holly looks out the window, but it's just her stepmother. She clamps duct tape on Allison's mouth and goes out. Allison tries to free herself and starts yelling for help. Her muffled cries are heard by Corinne. When Corinne finds Allison taped and bound to a chair, she tries to free her. She just manages to remove the duct tape from her mouth when Holly attacks her from behind and suffocates her to die. Holly then assembles a gun. When Tyler gets to her house, he runs inside and finds Holly in the living room. She has pictures of Tyler spread on the carpet. Tyler goes in search of Allison, but cannot find her. He then goes back to where Holly is standing calmly. He asks her where Allison is. Something drips from the ceiling onto his forehead. When Tyler looks up, he finds Allison hanging unconscious from the ceiling. He rushes to bring her down and unties the rope. Once she is on the floor, he shakes her awake. Thankfully, she opens her eyes. Holly leaves to get her gun. Unaware of that, Tyler grabs a poker stick for protection before he tries to take Allison outside the house, but all doors are locked. Tyler gets Allison out through the door of Holly's room. They almost manage to escape, but Holly catches up. She has a gun pointed at both of them. She gets Tyler to drop the poker stick. Tyler pleads with her. He tells her it is his fault and not Allison's. If anyone should bear the brunt of her anger, it should be him. He confesses to Holly that it is Allison that he loves. Just then, Gil shows up and distracts Holly. Panicked, she fires at Tyler in the shoulder, and he falls to the ground. Holly didn't mean to do that to Tyler. While she is distracted, Allison takes the opportunity and stabs Holly with the poker stick. Holly falls into the swimming pool. Gil and Allison rush to Tyler's care. The paramedics show up on time and save Holly and Tyler. Holly finds another man to obsess over. This time it is the paramedic guy who promises to stay by her side. A few weeks later, Tyler recovers from his injuries. He and Allison get back together, and the movie ends with them celebrating his little sister, Tiffany's birthday party with their friends and family. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our recap. Like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.